Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or all my live feeds, just take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I had a very interesting morning. The last few minutes have been very interesting. Good morning, everybody coming in. I missed you. I missed you too, Kayla. I missed you all. Yesterday was a bit of a hectic day for me, so I was not able to come on. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, welcome. Come on in. I was having a chat with Spirit this morning, as I always do at my usual time, the crack of dawn. And, there was some interesting stuff that came up with Spirit. So I'm excited to share that with you. And then in a little bit of a shift, Spirit had a little bit more to say. As I was just about to go live, I had everything set up. I hit that go live button, and my computer decided instantly to do an update. And so I was like, come on. And the wheel started spinning, and the wheel started spinning, and it was resetting itself and adding some updates. And I was sitting here with Spirit, just kind of patiently waiting to come on. And Spirit brought up something that I think we all need a little bit reminder of, is sometimes we're resetting. And it was really interesting because what I channeled earlier this morning, Spirit kind of finished off that the information that I needed to speak about. So one thing that Spirit spoke to me a lot about this for this week and into early July is a lot of clarity coming our way. So I'm not sure if many of you have been feeling a lot of lifting off of things that no longer serve you, or answers have been coming your way, or even feeling like you've been getting a lot of clarity about what you need to do, where you need to go, and that kind of thing. I, for myself, over the weekend, I started to get a little bit more clarity and a little bit more clarity. And one thing that really came up was being able to shift into that and kind of allowing that clarity to kind of to seep in a little bit deeper. We do live in a fast-paced world. Many of us in our physical world have a lot going on, a lot, whether it be work, family, vacations. There's a lot going on right now. And we're just being called to sit and kind of look at that clarity. Sometimes, Spirit shows us things, and they can be very subtle, or it can be very loud and very clear. And we don't give ourselves a chance to process that. And one thing that came up this morning when I was sitting with this whole clarity and this shift that was coming through was a lot of emotions and sensitivities, and kind of processing. And there's this new opening up that I'm feeling coming in for July, and it had a lot of excitement. And I think we're coming into feeling a lot of that this morning. This week. I started feeling that in my meditations and my chit chat this morning, was just this another level, this new opening up. And there was more and more excitement and more momentum, and a lot of pull together as far as spiritual communities go. There's a lot more of that coming in. But then when I went to go live and talk about it, and literally, there was no message on my computer that I needed to update. I was literally, had the screen ready to go, and I went to click go live and update. And I thought, what the heck? And then, as the computer is doing its thing, Spirit came back in and shifted back in with me and talked a lot about how we are going to be going through a lot of our own updates. And it was kind of a fascinating perspective, and a really good reminder that as we grow and learn, we do update ourselves. We do go through our own, I'll call it an upgrade, if you will. But the process of allowing that, for many of us, we do kind of push a little bit against that, with allowing ourselves to shift in. I feel very strongly that call into these in our own updates is going to be coming in, full force, kind of into July. And you may feel it in many different ways. We all have our own way of feeling it. You may feel it as I need more time to sit by the water. I just need to relax a little bit more. My to-do list can wait. And some of us may feel it more as a big, busy momentum, and that's okay. Either way on how you're getting it is complete. It's your way. So however you're getting it, just kind of listening and understanding, because I feel like a lot of clarity. It's I don't think I've ever felt the vibration of clarity coming in so strong and so intensely, and with such an excitement. So I'm curious to know if any of you have kind of felt a little bit of this. Are you receiving a little bit of clarity? Are you noticing that coming in? Or do you have a new momentum about you? Have you been feeling more inspired? Have you been feeling more creative? Are you being pulled more to people that you connect with differently? Like, are new people coming to you? Are you finding that you're just meeting new people with that have this inspiring energy, or this push, or are new people, or people that are in your life, are they pushing you a little bit more to live your authentic self, to do what resonates with you? I feel that that is creeping in. Deanna, I think my clarity is starting to creep in, but I'm physically blocking it. I think one thing, Amanda, yes, clarity about why certain things happened or happening. Exactly. I feel clarity manifesting more and more in my life. Yeah. I think it's going to get louder. It was such a different feel. I've been channeling with spirit every morning for many, many years. And I have never felt it so intense, so much of my awareness with all this clarity. It's going to be pushing us. And we always have, and I say this loud and clear all the time, we always have choice and free will. But what if you're, and I am going to get to a few questions this morning. I have a little bit more time, so I will scroll back and try and grab some of these questions. I'm so grateful when you post questions to me. Cranky Pants, oh my God, can she see me? What was that real? I'm not sure what you mean by that, darling. I am going to go through and grab some of these questions, but I just want to just kind of know how you're receiving clarity, and if you feel like you're physically blocking it, I want you to just think for a minute. We do ask, and that is the biggest thing with spirit, because we do have the choice and free will piece, but we do ask. So when you think about all the things that you ask for, whether it be direction or clarity, can you help me see this? I think that we're coming into a space of receiving that a little bit. And for those of us who may, I don't like the word block. Sometimes we're just not allowing. I'm just not a big fan of that word, but that's just my personal preference. Sometimes we're not allowing, that to come in, and we can navigate through that with just a little bit more, being a little bit more aware, a little bit more aware, and watching for the repeat lessons. So how do I know I'm getting clarity? Sometimes it's very clear, and sometimes it's like those repeat lessons, maybe a slightly different theme, or different characters, different people coming in to teach me it. But watching for that, and then you often will have that aha moment that needs to shift. That needs to shift. Anyway, that is what I'm feeling for the rest of this week. A lot of this heavy, or this big push with clarity. It's not really heavy. It's a big, big push. It's like, okay, now I feel that, and it has a very creative twang to it. It's just going to be there for us to pick up. Let us scroll back. I am going to scroll back to the top here and grab some questions here. So a lot of good mornings. It's good to see you. I was wondering why it was later today. Yeah, I had Spirit needed me to update and upgrade myself, so that's why I was a little bit late today. Wesley, was one of these big updates usually, was it one of those big updates usually coming every fall? Um, yeah, Wesley, sometimes our updates can come with the seasons. And sometimes they do happen sporadically. And I just feel that we're coming into this space now. Why now? I just feel like it's just alignment and just timing, and I think collectively more and more of us are asking for it. So I think that could be part of it. Hello. I recently found your channel and it has brought me a lot of comfort. Thank you for all that you do. Have a great day. Thank you very much. It's really nice to meet you and have you here. Thanks for joining us. Cranky Pants. Woohoo, I'm early. Okay, welcome to our little community. Yes, good to see everybody here. Okay, Casey. I need to know if I should continue my herbalist journey. I feel a bit detached from it, but I believe I was a medicine woman in a past life. It's almost like I've done this before. Quite often, Casey, it feels exactly like that. And, past life connections. This is one of my favorite topics. I love past life regressions and past life conversations. Quite often, we do have memory of what we did in a past life, and it comes to us in many different ways. It can be just that feeling. I think I've done this before, or it can just be that we really resonate with it big time. Casey, I really feel that with this herbalist journey, I feel that it's part of like the recipe of stuff that you're going to do. Do I feel like it's the only thing you're going to do? No. I feel like there's going to be many things, many modalities, and that you're going to kind of add. And like I talk quite frequently about just like the recipe, adding a little bit of that into our knowledge and our wisdom. I do feel that that is going to be something that you are going to continue to add to, but I also feel, Casey, that there's so much more growth. I can see you pulling. I can see you like picking and pulling, and I think I'll try this, and I think I'll do that. And it's the whole process of being very excited as a life learner. I feel that energetically about you. I feel that excitement of being that life learner, and some of that wisdom is within us. Some of that is already real is there, and we're like, oh, that really feels like I've done before. So I do feel, Casey, that you are going to add a little bit more and a little bit more to that. Amelia, if wondering if you're taking questions, do my guides have any words for me? Thank you. Amelia, the one thing that yelled really loudly at me, and Spirit actually showed me a tattoo that I have on my leg, and the tattoo says, "I am enough." And I need to give that to you. They're asking me to relay that to you. You are enough. And I don't know if you've been struggling with worthiness or self-acceptance or just kind of wishing you could do better or more or whatever it is that you're kind of processing that way, but your spirit guides want you to know that you are enough. So I will leave that there for you to lean into. Shaz feels more creative. Yeah, that's the energy that I feel like it's going to get turned up loud. I feel it like loud. It's coming in like a train when I sit with that energy. So Amelia's been feeling more inspired, meeting new people. Yeah, a lot of this is coming in. I like when you guys kind of give me a little bit of validation that you're feeling it the same way that I'm picking up on it too. And Mandeep, yes, clarity about why certain things happen and happening. Is it Keela? The clarity of manifesting more and more in my life. Okay, cranky pants. McGee, question. I was reading a book about improving and mastering psychic abilities, reading it at work, kind of dozed a little bit and saw a large group of people next to my desk, and then a girl says, "Oh my God, she can see me." Was that real? I do feel it was very much real. When we open up to our abilities, and we all have a connection to the spirit dimensions, every single one of us has a connection to the spirit dimensions. Every single one of us has our unique way of working. And when we open that up, because we do have choice not to, right? We do have the choice to say, yeah, no, thanks, not this lifetime, maybe next time around. But when we start to open up and connect into that energy, the spirit dimensions start to give us a little bit more and a little bit more, and they will do it gradually to help us along with the trust, right? And the more that we trust, the more that we get. So cranky pants, my question to you would be, have you been trusting a little bit more as you're reading this book? Have you been kind of trusting? Because the more we trust, the more we get. I have learned that in so many glorious ways with the trust factor in all this, and connecting to the energy and learning how to trust and learning how to trust. And the more that you trust, the more that you get. I absolutely feel, cranky pants, that you were connecting there. Absolutely. Let's see. Is there any messages for me today? I'm in Vietnam right now working on my PhD. Congratulations to you. And have been through big emotions. I feel like I need to I can see like your internal processor. I can see that you're just kind of processing, and I can almost hear this is kind of neat. I can, when you're checking out in a grocery store and you hear that beep beep beep, I can hear you kind of processing what's coming in, what needs to go, what's coming in, what needs to go. And I just feel I don't know, like there's this big significance of this belt. That's really neat. There's a lot of new things coming, and I got to give you the time to process things. I got to get you, to sit there, to allow, to see. It's been a long time since I've seen a belt like this. Spirit used to work with me like that way when I was doing readings. I used to see things moving across a conveyor belt, not quite a grocery store belt, but like a conveyor belt. And I used to be able to stop it. I used to be able to stop the belt, take a look at something, pick it up, and then let it process. And I'm seeing that the same way for you. Is things are going to move, things are going to come in, and things are going to go. And giving yourself time to process that. Sometimes we think we need to check everything out, and it's about a lot of processing for you. And as you process things, and I'm suddenly getting a lot of clarity coming in. A lot of clarity is going to be coming into you as to where you want to go and what you want to do next as you finish up quite strongly. It's how I used to work with spirit. And it's probably been about 10 or 12 years since I've actually seen that belt go by my awareness. So just allow it, and don't be afraid to pause the belt. Like, don't be afraid to pause something and pick something up and process it, and then let it go. And I think sometimes, because we're always in a healing mode, right? We're always in healing. And I think part of that is, processing and being able to stop and pause, and deciding what we're picking up and deciding what we're letting go is going to be huge for you. And it feels very exciting. Shaz, good morning. Do you have any messages for me? Shaz, I keep hearing this really loud cheering, but I feel like it's coming from within you. I feel like you've got to cheer for yourself. I just feel like I've got to give that to you. You've got to cheer for yourself. Cranky pants. That was the second part of the question. Okay. So did I answer that for you, Cranky Pants? If you need a bit more clarity, just retype it. I'll be happy to come back to it. Alina, do you feel clarity coming in for me with regards to my career path? Been seeking clarity for years in this area. Thank you. I feel that I feel clarity coming in. It's like I said before, like a freight train. And I think it's going to be coming in for so many of us. One thing, though, that I need to kind of remind you is to just kind of sit with it. Sometimes we don't sit with it. We don't truly sit with the feelings, sit with the knowing, sit with the clarity. And again, it's because of that fast pace. And let me just ask you this, Alina, is everything really fast paced for you right now? Has life been kind of like moving and moving and moving? When we're in that space, when we're in that moving space, and we don't just sit back and sit with it, we often kind of misread, or not necessarily see or feel the clarity, and we need to kind of pause it and sit with it. One thing that spirit has been very clear for me, because I take everything to spirit, and one thing that spirit will often do before I get a response, I get an arrow back to me, and you need to sit with it and feel it. And sometimes we, as humans, we're like, we want the answer, and I've done that so many times. Would you just tell me? I'll say that to my guides, just tell me. And they're like, well, we have. And you need to sit with it. And sometimes, depending on our life, when you think about life is life, it's busy, and we have so much coming at us at all times that we don't pause long enough to say, how do I really feel about that? And am I being shown? Okay, so I will leave that there for you. All right, so Diane, my father-in-law passed away on Sunday. Just want to know if he has a message for the family. Diane, I just have a quick question. Is this like a bigger family? Because how I'm seeing it as a group of people, like with their arms like that's like interlocked. And I feel like it's a bigger family with energetically with what I'm feeling. He is very much putting and pulling people to stay in that connection, and sometimes when it comes to a death in the family, sometimes that death can people can drift apart if they were like the reason why we all gathered, or if they were like a lot of people use the term they were the glue that kept the family together. I feel like he's just like pushing me to stay connected and stay arm in arm and stay together is one thing that he's really pulling that for me. He also needs everyone to know that I'm okay. He's literally like kicking up his heels for me. I'm okay over here. It's all good. Is it Peyton? Good morning, Lana. A close friend of my partner passed away suddenly. Does his friend have any messages I can pass on? I'm just leading in there for a second, Peyton. There's a lot of music going on, so I don't know which one of them connects to music, Peyton, but I had to turn the music down to actually hear. And the one thing that that's coming into my awareness is I need you to move forward. I need you to move forward. There's a lot of forward momentum that I just need to push that way. I also feel though, and I keep I don't know what it is with the music, and I actually have earbuds in my ears. So if you can just let me know if that was something that connects there to one of them, because I literally have earbuds in my ears, which is very interesting. And I'm just trying to go a little bit deeper with that. But I also feel that with this with this passing, I feel like there was something else going on, and I actually get like a bit of a pause not to talk about it live. So, Peyton, if you want to email me, thehawkandI@gmail.com. I don't do this very often, but I'm really being pushed to kind of chat with you in an email. I've got my curtain that comes down with a lot of music. So sometimes there can be confidential stuff that shouldn't be given in a live feed, or spirit doesn't want me to talk about in a live feed because it may be that personal piece. So Peyton, if you want to email me, just in your email, just remind me that we talked about this on the live. Okay. Let's see where we need to go. Horizon Phoenix. can my spirit guides go can my spirit guides go into the or with my son Monday? He's nervous about his heart surgery. So, Horizon Sun, I send my spirit guides. I call forward other people's spirit guides. I will call forward, all angels and guides. I always ask for help and send them with people. Can you please help them? Can you please surround them? I also feel really good with this surgery. Um, I feel quite light on the other side of the surgery. So I'll leave that for you, but absolutely you can send spirit guides to people. Absolutely. Salome, after these big emotions I have felt in Vietnam, I had indeed a sense of relief and clarity. However, I would love to be less in control of everything. Being less in control, is I always kind of lean in there with allowing. I always kind of replace control with allowing. I'm going to allow myself to have this experience, and I'm going to participate in that allowing. Because are things in our control? Not really. What's in our control is how we react to them, how we manage stress, or what's going on around us. Those are the things that are in our control. But I kind of lean into, I'm just going to allow myself to have this experience, even the hard stuff. Like I had processed something about a week and a half ago that was quite difficult. And I was like, I'm just going to allow myself to have this learning. And I just softened myself to what I'm going through. And that really seems to help a lot. So I will leave that with you. I got to keep an eye on the time here, you guys. I know I was on a little bit late. Cranky Pants, yes. Send as many as we can for your children, and send them to comfort you as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when it comes to spirit guides, you can call forward as many as you want. You can just simply ask. I always often take an army. I'll send an army of spirit guides. You don't need to know all their names. You don't have to complicate that. Just send an army of spirit guides. Absolutely. I also I'll tap in a little bit more with that. Is I will often pull in energy as well. So I will surround myself and people with the energy and the vibration of unconditional love, of support, of guidance. I'll pull in that energy as well, and I'll just kind of visualize them wrapped in it. Like I'll literally like circle them in that feeling, in whatever it is that they need. And I'll even word it that way. Whatever that person needs, please send them that. That a blanket of light, whatever resonates with you, you can send that. I surround myself in white light every single day, and I ask that white light to help navigate me or protect me from what I need protection from. So yeah. Nisa, hello, Lana, miss you. Dad is in his first week of the new treatment, and all is going well so far. Any messages from spirit for him or me? I really think that staying in the moment is going to be something that is going to help with the stress, and it's going to help with any kind of worry. I think within the power of now or here, this is we're really kind of lean into that, because I think sometimes when we're going through something like that, we're always pulling and searching for what's coming up ahead. And I need to kind of get you to navigate through from where you stand. I hope that helps. I know it's really hard when we're going through something like that. Shaz, I was thinking of becoming a psychic medium and do practices such as automatic writing from today onwards. Good for you. Good for you. Um, that's what she said. Hi, Lana. Can you please give me a timeline of when I will move? I don't feel it right in front of me, but I don't feel like it's far off either. So when I leave, timelines are really difficult because remember, there's no time up there. There's divine timing, right? So there's no timelines when it comes to the spirit connect comes to the spirit connections. I really feel though, because I can see the leaves falling off the trees when I asked them to show me. So I think between now and fall is where I'm kind of seeing that. I also feel though that I have to lean into really, really strongly with trusting the journey is what they're kind of they've written it in front of me. They're hollering it at me loud and clear is trust the journey. You don't want to move too soon and you want to move when the divine timing is lined up for you. And I feel it's really hard to trust that. I 100% understand. I've had my own conversations with spirit. Well, I want it now. I want it now. And they're like, no, you don't. You want it when it's supposed to happen, for many reasons. I feel like it's like I'm going to trust, I'm going to trust, I'm going to trust. And I need to kind of put that on repeat because I do feel this move working out and it doesn't feel far. So when it comes to time, I will ask spirit to show me. I'll often ask them for something that's significant to a season. And that's how I'm seeing it there for you. Good stuff. Deanna, your son will be surrounded by love and strength. So amazing. I can actually feel the light of army being formed just around him. Also you. Absolutely. It feels quite powerful there. Feels quite powerful. Let me grab a few more. Cheyenne, me and my friends call it horseshoe pooping. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. I love it. And I think, this community and everybody that's listening, or even watching on the replay later will continue to send, love, light and spirit guides and angels and protection. And I often, when it comes to surgeries too, I send it to the surgeons and the doctors and the healthcare workers that are there too, to help them all. You can't send too much help. Where are we going? Peyton, I've been listening to the radio. I've been listening to the radio to hear messages through music from him. Okay, that's really interesting. So that's why, Peyton, that I'm hearing that is that music. So I do feel he's connecting there. That is 100% validation that he is connecting there. But I still feel like I need to just get you to email me. I'll respond as quickly as I can. I do have a lot going on right now. This week is a bit crazy because I have a grade 8 graduation happening tomorrow. So it's been a lot of fun enjoying that. Hi, Lana. Did you get to see Ed Sheeran? Lana, how did you get to see Ed Sheeran so close? Magic, magic. So, for my daughter, for her grade 8 grad, I got she really wanted to see Ed Sheeran, and it was an amazing time. It was so much fun. We did have good seats, to begin with, and then a lovely friend made a connection for me and reached out. I got a text on my phone. Do you want to come down on the stage? And it was incredible. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful way and it was her first concert. It was my daughter's first concert. So she got to enjoy her very first concert, celebrating graduation from grade 8 at Ed Sheeran on the stage. It was absolutely beautiful. She did love it. KS, how is the court case? Very good. I'm going through a lot of learning with how we're going to work and how that's going to navigate. Talking on that topic, I've been navigating through some new things and some new processes, and I'm embracing the learning, and that's one thing that that is so important is navigating the learning and being okay with the learning and being okay with it step by step by step. And that was one thing even for me because I've been working on that for a long time. I've been working on my remote viewing for many, 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 many years. I've been working on being able to take things at a different level. And I remember saying to Spirit, this is going to go back into some of the conversation that we had earlier, is I used to say to Spirit, I want to do this so bad. I want to do this so bad. I really want to help people. Right. And Spirit would hold me back, would hold me back, would hold me back. And it it wasn't time for me to do that, even though I wanted it so bad. And I was working so hard for many, many years. I needed to trust the process with the puzzle getting put together for me because I probably wasn't ready. 3 months ago, 3 years ago, I wasn't ready, even though I may have felt ready. I always ask for my highest good. So, and that's something that I think we all navigate through in this physical world, right? I think we all navigate through some of that. All right, where are we here? Thank you for being excited for me. I'm grateful for that, for cheering me on. This group has always cheered me on for the last couple of years here on YouTube. It's always been a big, beautiful cheerleading squad for every single one of us that arrive here, to love and support one another. I do have to get going. I do have a client in the next 10 minutes that I do have to show up for on Zoom. So I do have to let you all go. I Let's see what the rest of my week. The rest of my week is quite intense. I am going to try to pop on Friday morning and do some more questions and do some more energy updates. We're coming into a long weekend. So I'm really hoping to pop on Friday morning and have some more chit chats. I do my best to get to all the questions. I know I haven't answered them all. And I have had to learn to process that. With I did my best. I got to a lot. I'll get to you to more on Friday. Thank you so much for showing up here today. As always, love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day. Take care, everyone.